Good morning, everyone. So, I hope you have a good vacations. Anyway, so we already started this week. So, in week one, we're gonna do this topic together. So, it's the Is Earth getting warmer? So, what my expectation for you, I have already shared before. I think you have seen the expectation before. Sure. Okay, so here it comes. The one I will share with you the screen yesterday. So this is my expectation for every week. So we're going to do it for 5 weeks. So it's going to take us around 1.5 months, and then we'll find out what we're going to be studying next. But we try to finish this course by 1.5 months. So I will tell you the detailed plans of how am I going to plan this for you all. So what you're going to be doing is there are two practical things in each weeks. Number one is you complete the week one English for science. So how do I collect your information that you have is summative written reflections. So in summative written reflection, I will show you how do I ask you or how do I expect you to do. So in summative assessment, what you will do is what do I know? Number one, what I don't know can be challenges. So it can be challenges. And again, this grammar goes all the way from foundations to intermediate grammars. So sometimes you feel like okay, that's easy for you, but again, gradually you will feel it very more difficult than you're facing. Okay, so number one is what do I know? So I want you to do reflections of how do you understand the lessons after you finish your week one, week two until week five. So this is for English for science. So example, you're working on the topics in week one is called what's the topic of week one is the earth getting warmer. So I am curious about how did you learn from that topics? What did you learn about Earth getting warmer? What kind of grammar or anything? But aside from that, it's peer graded. So as long as you all completed this course, you probably received your assignment from your friends. And but the question is, how do I manage your score? Is you screenshot your works. So you will screenshot something like this. So example, you go to your overview and then you screenshot this. So I know week one, how many percent you finish your video, your reading, your practice exercise, and here, and then I will see your scores as well over here. So my last expectation would be at the end of the week, we all receive our certificates. We print them out, and we will do a video call and we show up our certificate as an evidence that we participated in all these courses. Okay, so I think in every week the hours that can be completing is around this one is around two and half hours or 2 hours I think, because the lesson is 45 minutes, so it's around something like that. But again, they say here it's here around 5 hours. But again, is it really 5 hours? I don't know, but this is the expectations. But normally I study this course, it's only take me around 2-3 hours, and uh, the same things applies in every week. You will do that greenhouse effect. I am sure some of you have already completed week one, so some of you already somewhere in these weeks. Okay, so question number two, the expectation is I want you to write what you have learned from the every topics, and number two is the challenges. How can you apply it to help your country? So that's gonna be your speaking. So your speaking is you're going to go to your speaking course. So example, okay, again, let me go just go over here. So at least you will see the what is the objective for the week. So I want you to know what is the key concepts that you're gonna be learning. At least you ask yourself, do I know all of this? If not, then you have to review them up. So can you give definition for term climate change? Can you use comparative using adjective in writing? Preview text. Can you analyze data, observe experiment to draw conclusions? When you see this kind of word is called analyze, defines, demonstrate is not strong. So the word analyze, the word defines, all these words are difficult words. As you in chemistry, you will see the word observe. You observe experiment, you write the experiment back. So every week you joined in, I expect you to at least read this for 5 minutes, or you just stick this goal on your wall during the week one, and then after you can do it. Example, you can observe the experiment about how the weather is getting warmer, and then you just take it. Then can you analyze data? If not, then you write in your reflections. What are my challenges facing this? Okay, and course number two is it's the same thing applies. You just go to your public speaking course, and I will show you letters how you do an audit without going to okay, let me just go in progress. So just go in progress to see my course. It's I'm sorry, it's very slow. Industrial science, HSK, it's not my course. Okay, like this. So I just go to my course. So it's come back to the question that so Pia asked me about teacher how to. So I supposed to finish week one, but I just finished around like 47 minutes. So the speaking one that I have asked you to do is perspective speaking video on a related topic. So you're going to talk about what? You're going to talk about example. The week one we study about from English for science is the earth getting warmer. So you can do presentation or public speaking about what are your concerns. So it goes back to your written reflections. So if you finish written your reflection, you know the main ideas. So you bring them up and then you just record video for yourself discussing your perspective on each topic every week. So again applies to you can talk more than 3 minutes from now on, but the limit is always still 3 minutes. So you time up yourself. Okay, so go back to question that somebody have asked me. Example, I go to a course which I didn't apply. How about I go to TESOL? I think I apply most of the course in here. How about I go to social psychology. Oh, this one is free. I'm sorry. I don't supposed to go there. Okay, example I go to Capstone's project 2. I don't know if I have applied for this course, but wait a second. Okay, so here I show you how do I get this course. So you need to apply for financial aids. If not, otherwise you will not get the certificate, just to make sure of that. Okay, so what you do is you apply already. So in the course they say it does not affect your financial aids even if you do audit. So example, I go to the course. So I just go to the course. And this is what it looked like this. So here, financial aid. If you already apply, but you still can go into here. It's called enroll for free. But what you're gonna be doing is you're not gonna start trial. Okay, let me see something else. How do I audit this course? Let me show you. No. No, not this course. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so here if you go to the course, you will see like this. Example, I go for introduction, but we're not going to do the introduction again as we discussed before. We're going to just speak to persuasions. So uh, is course 2. We already finished the course 1 already. No, I mean we finished in the class, so we get back to it, no worry. Okay, so what you'll be doing is you click on here, enroll for free, start. What you do here is don't start the free trial, you go for audit the course. Here, audit the course. When you audit the course, they will ask you. Okay, so after you click on the audit, they will bring you here straight away. But again, when you audit the course, you will not get the certificate, but continue to apply for the financial aid, because when you apply for financial aids, you still have your certificate. Okay? Good. Okay, I think it answers your question. You just click on audit.